Right, let's have a peep at this poor me malarkey that's got half the world acting like they're auditioning for a sob story on Jeremy Kyle. You know, the type of folks who've turned self-pity into an Olympic sport, mining sympathy like it's Bitcoin in 2017. It's a proper epidemic, and since I have a knack for taking the mick out of practically everything in this non-binary multiverse of sadness, I thought I might be just the lad pronounced by the Lord of the Bigot Rings himself to be uniquely qualified to rip it to shreds. So grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's gaze upon yet another pile of crap right away.
Right. What did he say?
First, let's try to identify what the poor me narrative even is in a more comprehensible way.
40% of Americans can't read? What?
What happens when someone decides their life is a Shakespearean tragedy, but instead of a quill they've got a smartphone and a Twitter account? It's the art of weaponizing your woes, real or imagined, to wring out sympathy, attention, or a free pass from accountability and responsibility. Think of it as yet another emotional blackmail dressed up as a TED Talk. I think you guys have seen it. The one mate who's always struggling but never quite explains why. Or another influencer crying into their avocado toast about how life is so hard while flogging a 200 quid skincare routine.
Then I apply an herb mint facial mask.
It's performative misery, and it's about as authentic as a knockoff Burberry scarf from the market.
Are you serious?
In today's world, this narrative's gone viral faster than cut videos, and that's quite a freaking sad win of the contest, mind you. Social media is the perfect stage post for a vague sob story. Just slap on a sad face emoji and watch the likes roll in like you're the Dalai Lama of despair. It's not about solving problems, it's about farming cloud by playing the victim. And let's be honest, it's bloody exhausting for the entire galaxy we live in. Hence we're still not being attacked by the aliens because they just don't want to come over here knowing all the shit we're up to. I don't blame them.
Oh my god! Inhuman reactions!
Now, why this poor mishtick is such a problem? The entire idea is built on deception to evoke as many emotions as possible, driving you further away from reason. But joining the vile troupe of the emotional circus is a one-way ticket to Nowheresville.
Oh dear, I seem to have spotted a cunt. Good day.
The poor me lot are so busy wallowing in their own misery, they forget how to actually fix anything. They can only ever adapt to an equally, if not worse, lifestyle they've shoved themselves in. It's like sitting in the broken down Morris Minor crying about how you're late for the pub, instead of popping the bonnet and replacing a pack of dildos with an actual engine. Life is tough. Welcome to the club, sweet Lamb King. But if you're too busy composing a sob sonnet to do out about it, you are not a victim. You're a volunteer for abysmal life. This mindset traps you in a cycle of whinging, where the only thing you're producing is hot air and damp tissues. It's as dishonest as a politician's expense claim. People exaggerate their struggles or outright invent them to score victim points. It's like watching someone fake a limp to jump the queue at Greg's. And the worst thing is, the real victims, folks with actual serious hardships in life, get drowned out by this cacophony of crocodile tears. It cheapens genuine suffering and makes it harder for those who need help to get it. If everyone's shouting, "I'm oppressed!" louder than a foghorn at a football match, how do you even spot the ones who are truly struggling?
How? I don't know!
You actually don't. It's getting impossible unless you get to know them deeply on a personal level. But the circus performance never stops. Even if it's clear their lives have been brought out in the limelight, they still keep going.
You lie!
Because they think if they just don't get out of character, if they stay true to the narrative and convince themselves their cries are valid, then they will eventually convince others too.
Fucking brain rot.
But I'm so glad less people bite into these performative acts of fake tears all over the world. Now, let's be real, nobody likes a professional victim.
Be my victim.
Okay!
You know that mate who's always got a new crisis? Like they star in their own soap opera?
Drop it!
They're not just draining their own battery, they're nicking everyone else's juice too. The poor me narrative makes you a social vampire, sucking the life out of every room with your endless tales of woe.
Whoa, hey!
I'm not gonna suck your blood. I'm gonna fuck you up the ass. What? Let's get to work.
It's like inviting Eeyore to a knees up. He's not just miserable, he's making sure everyone else is too. And what's even worse, you start believing your own hype, turning into a walking caricature of a sad potato sack.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Mate, you're not a tragic hero, you're just a bloke who forgot how to change his own spark plugs. That's all there is to it. It's the antithesis of British grit, which is built on the principle of keep calm and carry on, not have a meltdown and post it on TikTok, Blue Sky or Threads. Our grandparents survived the Blitz with a copper and a dodgy gas mask, not by tweeting about how unfair it was that Jerry was bombing their chippy.
First time.
The Poor Me narrative spits in the face of that stoic get-on-with-it spirit.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
It's like swapping up a proper Sunday roast for a microwave meal and calling it cuisine. Fuck no, we're better than that. Our humour, our resilience, our ability to take the piss out of ourselves is what makes us who we are. Wallowing in self-pity is equal to coming to Italy advertising having pineapple on pizza.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Nini, what a disgrace. Why are you doing this to me? Get the fuck out of it.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a slippery slope to entitlement.
What a shame.
Once you've mastered the Poor Me act, it's a short hop to expecting the world to owe you something.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
How can you be on the council and not be a master?
Suddenly, you're not just a victim, you're the main character in a story where everyone else is a villain or a servant. You start demanding sympathy, special treatment, or a free pint because life's been hard. And I say bollocks to that. The world doesn't owe you sausage roll just because you've had a bad day. This mindset brings entitlement faster than the reality TV shows breed Z-listers, and it's a one-way street to being a proper knob.
Instead of the words I deserve, to start to use the words I'm responsible.
So how do we fix this?
Fix this damn door!
I'd say we do what we do best. Take the absolute piss and get on with it. Next time you catch yourself or someone else slipping into Poor Me mode, give them a proper slagging. Humour is our secret weapon. It deflates the self-pity balloon and reminds us we're all in the same leaky boat. You can always channel that energy into doing something useful instead of crying all day long. Got a problem? Sort it. Can't sort it? Have a laugh and move on. Life's too short to spend it auditioning for America's Got Misery talent. If you pop up in a random Twitch or Discord chat constantly whining, you're just gonna push everyone away from yourself.
Yeah, well, I think I'll pass on this one, all right?
Chill, man. If you're still stressing about the Chancellor's OnlyFans ban, me and Yoda already solved that during our last smoke sesh.
That's the reality of things, Sadonaut. You gotta deal with it regardless, or you'll quickly find yourself being removed from everybody's favorite people list. Now apply the same thing to your real life. Would you want to be constantly subjected to hearing someone nagging about something every single time you meet them? That would be really daunting, don't you think? If you're a gamer though, just apply this classic phrase, "Stop crying in a chat and go grind some XP in the real world, you twat." It works absolute wonders when you get out of your petty stuck-at-home, terminally online complaining bubble.
Something's in my ass.
The Poor Me narrative is a bit of a tricky bastard. It works as a self-inflicted wound dressed up as a war injury, and that may fool plenty of people, including yourself. It's dishonest, debilitating, and about as appealing as a warm pint of Guinness, or even worse, Carling, but you normally wouldn't want to drink that piss even cold anyway, unless you're a total wanker.
I do not give a fuck if you're bi, straight, what colour you are, what religion you are. If you're a wanker, you're a wanker.
It saps your spirit, annoys your mates, and turns you into the kind of person who'd moan about winning the lottery because the check is too heavy. So let's bin it. Embrace the part of laughing in the face of adversity. If you can't take the piss out of your own problems, you're doing life wrong in all senses. Now shut off and make yourself useful. There is a queue at the chippy and it ain't getting shorter. Don't be shy. Wait, not so fast. We've got something else going on here.
What's happening? Oh, man.
Let's say we all understand that we need to move on from this seriously disturbing affliction as far as the eyes can see, because we logically accept the fact that it's essentially a very destructive matter, and life is not going to get better if it stays that way, if we ourselves stay that way.
Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
But when it's up to real execution, suddenly any last bit of motivation seems to have disappeared, and all the amazing ideas of how my life is going to change to the absolute best are gone. And it spirals up and down, day by day, mood swings and total chaos. Sounds familiar? Well, my dear, you have lost yourself. Is that the end of it all? Well, it is, if you let it be that way, if that is your personal choice. But if you're seriously into change, then the only couple of things I think you'd need would be a lot of self-reflection, time management, and discipline.
You're joking. Not another one?
Self-reflection. Primarily to understand yourself, your ideas, desires, wishes, goals, everything you wish to achieve or have in life, basically. Time management. To understand how much time you actually waste for nothing and how to reschedule it so it aligns with whatever revelations your self-reflection may bring to the table.
I'm timekeeper Raymond Leon.
Discipline. Just so whenever you say, I don't want to, you still do whatever is necessary to get where you want to be without the need to resort to any sort of deceitful motivation. All of the three things I've just mentioned helped me immensely, and they still keep helping to this day. So I'm sharing this from the very bottom of my heart, assuming I even got one. Well, at least I can say that with utmost certainty that I speak from personal experience.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
No.
And no, I didn't get it from some petting influencer. I don't really watch that crap, unless I'm about to mock it over for content and clarity. I actually got it from my own retarded brain over the many years of self-reflection, as well as trial and error in order to make it all work. It absolutely doesn't matter what kind of things you want to do, because these three little helpers turn out to be the essentials like oil, petrol, and the fucking car itself if you want to get to a certain place faster, being fully in control. After all, you're the one in the driver's seat of your own life, so mark my words, you really need those. The rest doesn't matter. You can drive with your tyres blown after taking a dodgy shortcut, having no driving licence on you for all I care. That is your responsibility, and you'll be the one held accountable for all of it.
What are they firing at?
Something just entered the upper atmosphere.
Right, enough with the jokes. I just wanted to share this little bit of insight in the hopes it might give you some very basic directions on where to even begin. So you never fall back into that victimhood mentality again and resort to saying, "Oh no, poor me, what do I do?" See you in the next one.